It's Saturday, so that means time for another new makeup releases video for me. We're gonna be talking about all the new releases, all the new sneak peeks, things that have already been launched, what I've bought, what am I gonna buy, what am I gonna skip. And you can also let me know what you think. Like, I love to hear your thoughts. And let's just get into it. We have a lot to talk about. For some reason, I always forget to talk about the things that are new, that I bought right away and filmed with right away, that are already up on my channel. Like, it already doesn't feel new to me anymore. We have to talk about the new Kiko Milano that has been launched. First up, I am right now doing a wear test with the new Skin Hybrid Blurring Skin Tint Foundation SPF 30 from Kiko. So far, not so good. Not that I don't think this is gonna last on my face. Like, I'm not seeing anything breaking up yet, but it's really sinking into my pores. It's looking quite heavy. It's supposed to be a light coverage, but I feel like it's looking so makeup. I feel like from a distance, my makeup is looking good today. I am enjoying my makeup, but please don't come too close. I will get a little self-conscious. So, doing the wear test, gonna update you on that. That's gonna be up tomorrow if everything goes well. Then we also have 5 new limited edition shades from the 3D Hydra line. I got all of them. I did a lip swatching video. Try all of these. There are some really interesting shades in here that I think you wanna see, especially if you love cool tones. Like, I'm really into cool tones. I think this is a great line. Can't wait to wear these more. And then there's also a new lip oil line. These are the 3D Hydra lip oils. I got 2 of the shades because the other 2 shades are more of a clear. These have a little bit more like of color to them. This 01 is clear with an iridescent shimmer, and this one 04 is a very see-through kind of like strawberry shade with a little bit of shimmer in there as well. Very cute. I was pretty impressed with these, so go check out my video. I will link it if you want to see these new products by Kiko. Alright, time for the regular programming, time to get into the new makeup releases. We have quite a lot to talk about once again. So, the Makeup by Mario new skin products. We have a new setting powder, we have a puff, we have a setting spray. So it's the Surreal Skin line. The Surreal Skin Soft Blur Setting Powder is gonna be $38. The Surreal Skin Soft Setting Spray, $34. And the Master Pro Puff, $18. I am not on the market really for these types of products. If this were a brand that I'm really into, like Kiko Milano, then I would, but Makeup by Mario is just not a realistic brand for me to try a lot because it's quite expensive, and then to get it to Europe or to get it in Europe is even more expensive. So I'm kind of like sitting this one out. So let's move on. Then Beauty Creations Cosmetics is coming out with a series of kind of like these glow wands. It's like the glow up wands, the cheeked up wands, and sculpt up wands. And these are those kind of like Charlotte Tilbury dupes, both style applicator. Beauty Creations is kind of like a dupe-ish brand. I'm not a big fan of that. I do try some brands. I do try some things that are dupes, but I'm not a really big fan. And I'm kind of like, we've seen this. These are already available right now. If I see it on Boozy Shop, I see an amazing swatch, I see an amazing color, I could be convinced, but I'm kind of like, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's nice. I'm sure it's a good product. But how many glow wands can you buy? Like, how many glow wands can you have? I think I'm good for now. I could still change my mind, but it really depends on like the availability of this. Then we have a new lip product by YSL. This is the Inks Vinyl Cream. So it's going to be a mirror shine color lacquer that makes your lips bouncier over time. 24-hour comfort in 7 shades. It's coming soon. I have been seeing a lot of lip products from YSL, like a lot of different lip products. I've seen lip swatches, I've seen so many TikToks about them, and a part of me is interested, but like I have to draw the line somewhere. Like, in my mind, the line for the price that I'm willing to pay for lip products, it's at like $30 maximum, and these are way beyond that. Like, maybe if I would be richer, this would be for me. Like, I'm sure it's gonna be nice. I think I would actually quite enjoy this. I really don't mind at all a very pigmented lip lacquer if it is something that lasts on the lips. Like, I can be convinced. I like a few of those. Like, I have some favorites in that product range, but this is gonna be too expensive for me to buy. Like, if I start buying this, like I could buy this, But if I start buying this, then I won't stop buying expensive lip products. I have to do a little bit of like self-protection, guard my wallet a little bit, however difficult that actually is. But if I know like there's a line for me still there, I'm just gonna keep it that way for now. Like there's so much makeup already to try. There's so much new makeup that I am willing to buy, that I want to try out for you. So many like brands that are kind of like standard on my channel. This is not one of them. Then we have the Westman Atelier Vital Skincare Concealer. Well, when I see the name Westman Atelier, I'm like, a part of me would want to try it someday. Like I've seen so many videos about this brand. I feel like it's a pretty popular brand on TikTok, but it's just too expensive for me. Like I saw this video hyping up one of their like, what was it, like a squeaky lip gloss. It had a weird name. It was a little weird, like squeaky clean or something. I don't know if I'm just making that up, but this is expensive. It's too expensive. Okay, moving on. Then Sigma is coming out with the Little Mermaid collection. It is a semi-colorful palette with some purple, some greens. We have kind of like a red shimmer in there as well. And then we also have some kind of like glosses. What's going on here? Lip trio, and I believe there were also some face products. Wait, here I have some more information. So the eyeshadow palette is 14 shades, matte, shimmer, duochrome, and multichrome finishes. Ooh, this just got a lot more interesting. I love it when brands that haven't done multichromes before are kind of like dabbling into that. I'm kind of like, I want to see what your take is on that. I don't know why, because that doesn't always end well. Like they all don't always get it right the first time. But we're getting multichromes from Sigma. So they say each color shifting shade was inspired by the characters, songs, and moments of the Little Mermaid. Ooh. And then we have the lip set. We have a lip cream and 2 lip oils. Interesting. Then we have a highlighter and a blush. Those are both in really cute shell compacts. I'm kind of interested, but I have been interested in Sigma before. I just have never gone for it because I feel like once again there's a line here that I haven't crossed yet, and if I start buying Sigma, I don't know what will happen. I also don't really know where I would buy this. I'm gonna have to do a little research where in Europe there's a good place to get Sigma. If you know one, let me know. This looks interesting. I do think I could do some cute looks with this, like in the green realm, in the like purple realm. We can do some neutrals. I really love the look of the soft shell shade, which is kind of like a red. I can see myself using this. I'm interested. In the pictures, I don't really see the multichrome vibes. I'm not getting that from this. So I'm curious to see what this will be. Like, I'm definitely intrigued. Then we have some new lip liners from Guerlain, Contour G Lip Contour Pencil. Yeah, this is a little expensive once again for me. Very like classic shades. I don't know what this is gonna be yet. I do have to say that the lip swatches of this look absolutely amazing. Look super smooth. Like, I'm almost convinced to buy one just from these lip swatches, and I think I would probably buy 01 and or 02. Like sometimes if I buy something, I buy 2. I can't help myself. So Le Bois de Rose or Le Beige Praliné. I'm slightly interested, but I will probably watch a video first to see if it is that good, because sometimes it's just like a very good picture, but they do convince me. Like if you don't have a good like swatch shot, product shot, that might deter me for sure. Then we have a new midi palette Cheeky Glow from Ofra Cosmetics. It is, what is going on here? Do we have different shades? Oh no, it's like 3 different shades of glowy blush. So it's Sugar Rush, Cheer, and Radiant. One of them seems to be kind of like an orangey coral. Yeah, that's very orangey, maybe a little bit terracotta orange. Like Sugar Rush and Cheer look like pretty shades, but Radiant is not gonna be my thing. This is $35. And we also have a lip glazed trio with some glosses. I do know that Ofra was in some hot water a little while ago, and I don't know what happened after that. Like, is Ofra still cancelled? Are people still buying Ofra? Are they still hating on Ofra? I've never tried, I think, anything from them. Have I tried anything from them? I don't remember if I did. And let me know how you feel about Ofra. I don't feel like I need this. Then we have a new collab from Rare Beauty, X Only, Murders in the Building. I've never watched this show, but Selena Gomez is in it, so it makes a lot of sense. They have some new colors of their lip product. So it's the Soft Pinch Liquid Blush. Okay, it's a blush. I don't know why I thought two lip products. It looks kind of similar, right? And then we have this Soft Pinch Tinted Lip Oil in the light. It looks kind of cute. It makes sense. And then we have the new Gold Powder Gel Highlighters by Gucci. This is gonna be kind of like a big jelly highlighter, I'm assuming. And we have 4 shades. We have Soft Champagne, a Pearl Lilac, Champagne Gold, and Rose Bronze. Available September 2nd, so that's very close. A part of me... Wait, there's more shades. In this image there are more shades. There are 5 shades. Okay. A part of me kind of wants this. I like these shades. I like the way this looks. I love big jelly highlighters. Do I need another highlighter? Definitely not. Do I need to spend $59 on a highlighter? Definitely not. I could potentially buy this at Douglas when they have like a sale. Like often they have 20 or 21% off. Like that. Like shade 01 or 02. I think I would probably buy 01, even though I love the look like of the product and the packaging the most with 02. Like I like a highlight. I like, but if I'm gonna pay Gucci prices, then it's gonna be something a little bit more wearable. In the end, I don't think I'm gonna buy this, but it's looking good. I like the packaging, I like the colors. I think this is looking really nice. Then we have from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I honestly didn't even know that they didn't have this yet. It's a volumizing tinted brow gel. It's gonna be available the 5th of September. And this seems like this brow gel with fibers. There are 9 shades. Lightweight, buildable formula for a soft natural finish. Water resistant, long lasting for up to 24 hours. Adds instant color and volume to brows for natural fullness and definition. Quick drying, versatile color range. Okay, so the fact that this is called lightweight and a natural, soft, natural finish, I'm kind of thinking, is this gonna be strong enough? I want my brow gel to hold my brows in place through anything. I need a strong brow gel. I have quite full brows, or like I have quite a lot of brow hairs and they are quite long, and if a brow gel is kind of soft, they're just gonna fall down. They're not gonna stay. I need some hold. So I'm a little like I don't know if the description is really convincing me, and I'm probably gonna watch some videos. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be trying this. We're gonna see what they think. But I also feel kind of like I have so many brow gels, and since I've tried this one, the Catrice Color and Fix, I haven't found anything that I like more than this. This is my everyday brow gel. It is so good. I don't know if this can beat that. Then we also have from Sugar Drizzle Polish a new Monster Party eyeshadow palette. This is gonna be $46. This looks really cute. I love this kind of like neutral-ish color story, but with like the pops of color, with the corals, with the peaches, with the teals. This is looking really good. It is something that is sort of easy to skip, but it's also something that if I weren't a makeup reviewer, if I wouldn't buy this much makeup, I would buy this probably. Like if I wouldn't buy things for review in a different situation, like I would buy something like this for myself. This is looking so good. I'm gonna keep an eye on Monolith just to see like when they're getting this, because this is my type of color story. This is what gets me. I want kind of like half neutral, half colorful, and I want the neutrals and the colors to go really well together and just be in harmony. And that is what this looks like. Beautiful. And then from Say, we have some new shades of their High Shine Hydrating Lip Gloss Oil. Never tried this brand. Pretty cute shades. Why am I even talking about it? Sometimes I really don't know why I'm even saving some of these things. What do I have to say? not much. Okay, Tom Ford lip liners. It's a truly timeless lip liner that seamlessly creates a perfect lip outline and fills in for enhanced dimensional color payoff. It's gonna be long wearing. It's available now, $46. $46. Would this be more expensive than the one I just talked about, the Guerlain one? I am not gonna be buying this one, I think. What are the colors? Like, it's a bit hard to see. It seems like a pretty classical range. Like, we have some reds, we have some neutrals, and we have a rosy tone. Looks like beautiful shades, but I am not in this tax bracket. Like, we're not doing Tom Ford on this channel. Not yet, at least. Then we have from Morphe some new Smooth Cream Shadow Chromatic Liquid Flakes one-dimensional stick. One multi-dimensional stick. One-dimensional stick. Okay, so it's a dual-ended cream and liquid shadow stick. One side is highly pigmented, a cream eyeshadow with a shimmer finish. The other side is a chrome liquid shadow with flakes with high shine and multi-dimensional finish. 7 shades. It looks kind of interesting in the swatches, but I don't know if this is gonna come across on the eye that well. Like, if I see the eye swatches, I'm kind of like, I don't know. And I just got 3 shades of the Space Glam liquid eyeshadow from Catrice. I'm actually wearing one today. I'm wearing the one that is kind of like a nude to green. This is stunning. Like, this is so beautiful. This is Galactic Glamour 030. Beautiful. I love my eye look. I love how this came out. And I just feel like I have enough. I have 3 shades. I'm gonna really enjoy them. I'm already really enjoying them. I'm using them, I'm loving them, and I don't feel like I need anything from Morphe. Like, I'm not really planning to buy from this brand. I don't really think they're gonna convince me. And then we have a new collab coming. This is Wet n Wild and The Nightmare Before Christmas. I feel like we're seeing a The Nightmare Before Christmas collab very often. I don't know which brands, like, I kind of forgot which brands, but I don't feel like this is new. So we have an eye and face palette, a blush lighter palette, a translucent primer and finishing powder, color changing lip oils, sticky serum primer, a multi-stick set, and a makeup bag. This is not really attracting me. I don't really have a special bond with A Nightmare Before Christmas. I've seen the movie, but I don't really have this bond with it. It doesn't make me feel anything. It's looking like Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild just is a little bit of a cheaper brand to me. It's kind of like on Essence level, but usually I still find Essence like kind of cute. Wet n Wild usually doesn't really pull me in that much. And I recently tried one of their lipsticks, didn't really love it. So like, this is not something I'm gonna be picking up. Then we have some new Hourglass Cosmetics Holiday 2024 face palettes. So last week I talked about the face palette that was a collaboration with, I don't even know anymore, but it was kind of like a special edition. This is the actual holiday collection. We have 3 palettes in, like, once again, designs, special designs of packaging. I'm not loving the designs this year that much. Like, I feel like not enough time has been put into these. I don't like the eye. I feel like the flowers, like, I can be really easily convinced of flower patterns. I love flowers. They get me excited, but this just feels a little too cartoonish, and then the dragon just feels a little like it's falling a little flat. This doesn't really get me excited. I think I'm fine not getting this. I'm sure people are buying this. I'm sure a lot of people are buying this because we are getting this every year. I feel like this is doing very well for them. It's just, I also think it's a pretty good gift, but we've seen it. I've seen it. Then we also have some new Byredo matte refillable lipsticks. We have 10 matte colors, and they are now available at the website. It seems like a pretty classic range. Some kind of like nude shades, a pink, a red, some berry. Pretty cute range. I'm not gonna be buying this. And then we have some new Kosas brightening powders, a shade extension of their Cloud Set Baked Setting and Smoothing Talc-Free Vegan Powder. That's a mouthful. So we have a yellow, a pink, and a peach. For some reason, I'm not that into Kosas. I know a lot of people are. I know it's a pretty popular brand, but I don't know. I can never see it in store. I hear some like mixed reviews. especially about if the product lasts, like about the shelf life. I'm not gonna be buying this. Then we have some highlighters coming from Mitchell, made by Mitchell. It's always so hard to show you made by Mitchell because there's not a lot of like still photos. There's just a lot of like videos being posted on his TikTok. I hate with a passion these packagings that have the M shape, that he does a lot of like eyeshadow palettes, blushes and other things in, and now these highlighters are also in the M shape. I'm sorry, I don't like it. It's just, it's I don't have any of it. Now I'm kind of like contemplating it, but it's gonna be annoying to store. These highlighters do look really interesting. I see some really nice looking colors. They seem pretty like metallic. They seem not too heavy actually for it being very glowy. I'm interested. I'm gonna see when this comes to Bougie Shop. I'm gonna see if I might pick up one or two. I don't know what the price is gonna be. This is launching today as you're seeing this on Saturday. Let's see if it's already up on the website actually, because then I will have more information. Got a lot of information. I want new arrivals. Oh, we have the graffiti collection. There's so much happening here. Okay, I don't see the highlighters yet, but there is a graffiti collection that we also have to talk about. We have a eyeshadow palette. We have a blush book. That blush book looks really good. I actually quite like the blush book formula. I have a mini blush book in like pink something. I quite like it. It's quite easy to use. It looks good on the cheeks. We have an eyeshadow palette, which is kind of like a rainbow palette with some pops of neutral. There's a lot going on. We have a mirror. It's all like in the graffiti style packaging. The blush book looks interesting. I'm gonna see what exactly will drop on Bougie Shop and when. I do kind of like the colors in the palette, but once again, that shape. The blush book looks nice. It has a red blush and then 3 pinks. We also have some brushes. I'm not buying any more brushes. I have enough brushes. Yeah, the highlighters haven't dropped yet apparently on the website, but some of these look really nice. I'm intrigued. Then we have from Hindash, the new Maximum Shimmer Dimension for the face, eyes and body. So we seem to have 3 gradient highlighters. It's a hybrid gel powder formula that mimics pure light on the skin. We have a bronzy shade, kind of like a whitish shade, and then a pinky champagne shade. These are gonna launch the 1st of September on the Hindash website. I don't see the price here. It feels kind of like 2010s makeup, but like in the best way. I feel like this is looking pretty good. That champagne to pink is looking quite interesting. I have no idea how much this is gonna be, so it's a bit hard to say. I also don't need any more highlighter, but this is the type of product when I see a video on it, I'm gonna click, I'm gonna see what it is about, because it looks kind of interesting. We have a new Park Ave Princess Cream Cheek Palette. We have a bronzer and 2 blushes in this cheek palette. I feel like we have seen different renditions of this format in this type of packaging. It is $49 and it has coconut in it. And that is really deterring me from trying this formula. I've heard good things about this formula, but the fact that this has coconut in it makes me really scared. My skin doesn't like coconut at all. It breaks me out. We do have a great shade range. Like this is going really deep. We have 4 different shades, I think. And the deepest one looks really good for deep skin tones. Like this is looking great. And the lightest one has a beautiful like neutral cool bronzer. I kind of like it, but I'm not gonna take the risk with the coconut. And then we have a new makeup sneak peek from Too Faced. This is our holiday collection. We are not yet seeing the food themed little like tins. I don't know if we're still getting that. These are more like cardboard looking eyeshadow palettes and a face palette. It is the Jewel Crush themed collection. We have a Jewel Crush blush and highlighter face palette. It's gonna be $39. We have a You Are a Gem 3-piece eye makeup set, $59. And there's a You Are a Gem 3-piece eye makeup set, $59 as well. That's just the same. I just keep reading. It just says it twice. I just kept reading. Okay, so it's just a 3-piece eye set, and then we have a blush face palette. I feel like this looks pretty cheapy. The swatches are looking pretty good. Especially of the neutral one, it's looking pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna be picking this up. It does have like the Moon Crush formula in the face palette, it says. But I'm a little scared always because Too Faced is known for making their holiday collections worse in quality than their usual collections. Also, I heard mixed feelings about their last eyeshadow launch. I'm a little unsure. Like, the neutral palette does look quite good, but it's not gonna be better than Indie. And I have so many beautiful Indie eyeshadow palettes, so I don't think I need this. Yeah, it's just looking a little cheap. It's just looking a little bit like drugstore, and it's pretty, like it's pretty spency. It's pretty spency. I'm not gonna be buying this. Then the Nessa Myrix is coming out with a Lightwork, is it part 6? This is the Lightwork, the Freedom palette. It's magnetic, it's customizable, it's stackable, it has illuminating pigments for eyes, face, and lips. I don't know what the price of this is, but I feel like it's gonna be pretty expensive. I feel like it's gonna be like $120, something like that. I feel like these are usually pretty much on the pricey side. It's very rainbow-esque, it's very colorful. I quite like the setup of this. I do like the setup more than what we are used to seeing from the Nessa Myrix. I feel like sometimes it's looking a little messy, a little bit chaotic. This is feeling much more like easy to look at, a little bit more easy to see like the shades, what am I expecting. It's not really pulling me in. It's not really getting me. I'm not gonna pay the price. I feel like we can get something like this from indie brands for cheaper. Like indie brands nowadays, when they do like the multichromes and the holochromes, they can get pretty expensive, but it's not as expensive usually as this. So I think I'm gonna go for the indie. I think this is generally quite a popular brand for these types of palettes as well, for kind of like interesting products, but it's still rather mainstream. But for me, this is gonna be a no. Then we are seeing from Give Me Glow Cosmetics the new Mixed Nudes Mood Volume 1. I think this is a nude lip gloss set. We have 6 different nude lip glosses all together. Give Me Glow is a brand that I have bought some things from in the past, but it's been a while. I do feel like these nudes somehow all look a little bit similar in tone and undertone. Like the depths are a little different, but I would have loved to see a little bit more difference. Like if you buy a whole set, you want one to be a little bit more peachy, want to be a little bit more pinky or rosy, want to be like more cool toned. This is a little bit too much of the same for me to buy that in a set. I'm not going to be picking this up. And then we have from Fenty a solid fragrance. It's an on-the-go balm that delivers a subtle, intimate version of Rihanna's best-selling fragrance. It's packaged in a chic compact. It's going to be available the 12th of September. Interesting, I didn't know that this existed. I honestly didn't know that this was possible. It's kind of interesting. I'm not that into fragrance. I don't know what the perfume that this is supposed to be smells like, but I think it's an interesting choice. Like I would love to hear from people like, is a balm a thing? Like, is it working? Let's see if there's anything else I have not talked about. Like there's so much happening, sometimes I get a little overwhelmed. Okay, I did skip this. So last week I was talking about the new release by Isabel Cosmetics and I was like, it's so dark, I can see the thing, I can't say like how I feel about it yet. Now we're seeing what this actually is, and this is quite a bright fun palette with some bright fun shimmers and mattes. There's a lot of colors here. There's a white and a black. This is looking really cute. I do think that this is going to be great for the color lovers. For me, it's a little bit too colorful. Like I like to have the options, also like the red and the mustard yellow and the black, and then some of these warmer greens I wouldn't really go for. Like these are not exactly my type of colors. We also have a blush and highlighter palette. It looks very shimmery, very cool and colorful once again. I can really appreciate this from afar. It looks beautiful. Yeah, it's really beautiful. I think this is a gorgeous collection. It's just not exactly for me. I think this is gonna be it. No, it's not. I skipped out on this. The new additions to the Luminous Silk family, the Aqua Highlighter by Armani. I actually tried one of the blushes, quite enjoyed it. The applicator I find really weird. I don't really know what I am supposed to do with that. I'm just putting it on my face, but the shape of the applicator is so strange. I don't get why they did that. Why didn't they just do a usual like doe foot? Doesn't make sense to me. This one seems to be pretty like similar. Well, it's a little different, this packaging, it's a little different. I don't think I'm gonna be picking this up. It's looking really nice. I feel like it looks beautiful on the skin, like the models, they look beautiful with this on. But I think I have enough liquid highlighters for now. These are not my preferred formula. I usually like powder highlighters and then a baked gelée. That's my favorite. Sometimes I do like a cream, but more like a cream that you can really like tap on. It's a little bit more like stiff almost. These liquid highlighters that really dry down I feel like sometimes they emphasize texture a little too much and they look a little too dry, so I'm a little like unsure about this. Like if people really love it, I might be convinced. Like that's the story with a lot of makeup, apparently. Alright, that's gonna be everything for this week's new makeup releases, buy or skip. I feel like there are a few interesting things happening. Some I already bought, some I'm kind of like thinking if I will. Let me know what you would want to see, because that really does weigh in my choices. And then that's gonna be it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye!